So, here, a bit of a salty question, but I'm going to ask it. Before the combat has changed for 6 months, do you think it's wise to tell us your plans so we can provide feedback?
So look out for our next stream. All the excitement is going to happen then. Again, we're just heads down, working on improvements, and also working on towards the winter update and some things in between. Just sort of want to revisit this roadmap slightly. There's one tweak, and some of the communication tools that we were going to do for update 30 have been moved to update 31. No surprise there. And other than that, yeah, we're just there's going to be an update October, November, and then there's going to be the winter update. So, you know, I've seen this a million times. Not going to talk too much about it.
The winter update is the big one before the end of the year as well.
Exactly.
For
it's like the equivalent to the update 20 that we had last year, right? So that's sort of what you can expect. I don't want to necessarily say 100% is coming in the next update, but I'm just going to run through that list and show you guys what we're working on there. First, some just basic quality of life things. Cranes cannot be built near your town halls and forts, so we've definitely heard this has been a huge pain point, is driving the cranes all the way from the back line. This improved slightly in the fall update because we sped up the cranes by 30%. And we think we have longer term solutions here for this issue, but for now, before we get those longer term solutions in place, this is sort of like the stopgap solution is to just simply allow them to be built at the town hall and forts. So hopefully that should help out a bit. Structure icons shown on the HUD map for drivers. This is a small little change. So that all your items in a stockpile are shown, not just the top 20 in your mini map. Another thing is tech parts and resource mine are shown in the map tooltip. This was another thing that was brought up, and then the same thing, vehicles available at the storage depots, also shown in the map tooltip. So this is sort of like a small list of a larger list of things that we're just slowly working on. Another thing we're going to be doing here is the fuel station, which you actually see here in the background, and it's just going to behave like the fuel tanker, but it's stationary.
I've got a really important question
Yeah.
For myself, because I want to know, does it explode?
No, it's going to be like the fuel tanker for now, but who knows, right?
Fuel tanker should explode too.
Probably should explode.
Cool.
Shipping container organization, we're going to be adding color swap. So this is kind of cool. There's certain players doing a lot with Logi, and we want to make sure they have the proper tool to like organize, right?
What do you think about the stalemates with gas shells for the howitzer, like the situation in Lockheed, as an example?
I almost want to see give players a chance to like figure things out first. So I'd like to learn more about it is kind of my answer, and and see how players are able to like adapt, because it's only been a couple of days with these new weapons, but yeah.
Good answer. Spike 11313 asks, are we going to have an easier way to get fuel out of refineries?
That question. Yes, that is at the top of our list. The answer is yes. We are working on that specific problem.
Max187 asks, regarding the combat rework coming in a future update, will the RNG of shooting small arms ever be removed or fine-tuned? Sometimes the skill gap feels non-existent in infantry fights.
The reason why the RNG is there is because we always wanted we didn't want the main focus of the game to be about like how fast did I twitch aim this guy, right? Like it's not like Call of Duty, right? So we never wanted the arguments to be about that. But you know, that doesn't mean that that we don't want to change the combat or like address certain frustrations that might come out of the RNG. It just simply means that we're probably going to be sticking. We're probably going to be sticking with the RNG.